Hello, and welcome to the Student Educational Video Awards 2018 Winners Reel. My name is Kelly Capps, and I'll be your guide through this showcase of this year's SEVA Award-winning videos. To get started, let's watch SEVA winners in the documentary category. Videos in this category are an in-depth look at anything from classroom curriculum topics to issues in current events.
I'm Aiden. And I'm Erica. We are third graders here at Oak Hill Elementary School. And we're here to introduce you to our looping class.
You might wonder, what is looping? Looping is when a teacher moves to the next grade level and remains with his or her class.
All three of us have been in a looping class with our teacher. Miss Castle has completed 2 cycles by looping 2 classes of students all the way from 1st through 3rd grade. To understand how looping works, we will be interviewing students, parents, and our teacher, Miss Castle.
Let's start the interviews!
I really liked the looping program. I think there are many benefits to it. Both my kids did it. This is my second child that's in the looping, and it's back-to-back, so this will be my 6th year with the same teacher, and so I really like the program.
Yes, I do like having the same teacher for 3 years because I'm really used to her and we trust each other.
I feel like it was a little bit different going from having one teacher for a few years to having a different teacher each year, but the change wasn't too bad, although I do like looping classes better.
What do you think are the benefits of having your child in a looping class?
Well, I felt that the teacher already knew all the students and that they could come back to school after being gone for the summer and just pick up right where they left off.
I think the best advantage is that you get to have fun with people and you get to know people a lot.
And I would recommend a looping class for other parents with children. One of the reasons I think is because it allows the teacher to really get to know each student and their different learning styles, so that at the beginning of the year there's not this long period of downtime where they are trying to assess the students. They kind of already know where they are and they just get to roll right into the next lesson plans.
Did you like having the same group of kids each year or a different group of kids?
I like having a different group of kids because it opens you to different experiences, like having new friends, like rather than having the same group.
I don't find any downsides to looping. I think there's all positives, and hopefully more schools decide to do it.
I feel very fortunate to have had this experience of teaching looping classes. Watching individual students mature and grow over the course of 3 years has been very rewarding. When we have started our 2nd and 3rd grade years, I've been able to just pick up where we had left off the previous year. I already knew right at the beginning of the year which students I was going to need to give some extra support to and which ones would need to be challenged. I also knew at the beginning of 1st grade how I wanted the students performing academically at the end of 3rd grade and was able to lay down the foundation and continuously build upon it each year. There is quite a different bond that I have with the students and that the students have amongst themselves by the time we're in 3rd grade together. There is such a feeling of comfort and trust in the classroom, which I think helps facilitate an enriching and learning environment. Even though I feel this has been a successful program for me, unfortunately, it won't be continuing at our school site. To really make this program work, there needs to be more teachers willing to teach this way, and we just don't have that here. I am, though, very appreciative that I was given this opportunity to teach these looping classes these past 6 years.
I'm being honest, there's nothing that I disliked about my looping class.
There is nothing that I dislike about being in a looping class.
I didn't dislike anything about my looping class.
There isn't anything I dislike about looping class. It's really fun.
Every night when families sit down for dinner or when we reach into the pantry to grab a snack, we often don't think about where the food comes from or whether there's enough for our next meal. Unfortunately, this is not true for many other families throughout the country and in our community.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture defines food insecurity as a state in which consistent access to food is limited by a lack of money or other resources. 1 in 6 children in America face food insecurity. 20 million children access free reduced price meals through school. In 2016, 41.2 million people lived with food insecurity. 6.5 million of them were children. In the state of California, 1.9 million children are food insecure. That means there is a total of 4.9 million people in California experiencing food insecurity. In the city of Sacramento, 242,830 people lived with food insecurity. 88,290 of them were children. This means that the child food insecurity rate was 24.4%. That is almost 1 in 4 children being hungry. Food insecurity even affects children in school. Let's take a closer look at our school, Del Paso Manor Elementary.
At Del Paso Manor Elementary School, we have about 68% of our students who are dealing with food insecure issues. Out of our 625 kids that go to Del Paso Manor, we have a little over 400 students who receive free breakfast and free lunch.
I believe that food insecurity affects students here at DPM. When they're coming to school hungry and they don't have any food in their bellies, they haven't had a nutritious breakfast, they're not able to concentrate in class and get the learning that they really need to get while they're here at school.
Food insecurity has a tremendous impact on students in school. Not everyone often thinks about this, but when you're hungry, you're not necessarily able to think, your stomach's growling, your mind is focused on being hungry and where your next meal is going to come from. In addition to that, students often know that lunch is their last meal that they're going to get for the day. They're not going to get food again until the next morning when they return to school.
Another challenge that we see when working with a lot of our clients is that they aren't able to manage their emotions as well if you don't have access to healthy food on a regular basis. So unfortunately, people can lose their temper more quickly. They can say things that they regret, and there are a lot of kind of negative outcomes that are tied directly to not having enough healthy food.
Every year it seems like the rate of food insecurity issues is increasing. So for example, this year at our school, our rate went up about 5% over the previous year.
So if the food insecurity rate is going up, what services are in place to help this situation?
CalFresh, which is food stamps here in California, and what that is that's a supplemental income for families that are having hard times. What we do is help them apply for the program, and then they receive dollars on an EBT card that they can use to buy healthy food for their family. Families can access food at no cost. As the main food bank for Sacramento County, our organization is working with about 220 partner agencies, and those are church pantries, schools, food programs, where we're making sure we're getting healthy food options, and then they're distributing it to families in need.
And so what we do is we have a commercial kitchen here, and we prepare hundreds of meals every single day. We serve at the beginning of the month anywhere from 300 to 400 lunches a day towards, and then towards the end of the month we might serve anywhere between 600 to 900 meals each day.
So my role at River City Food Bank is to provide food for those in our community who don't have the resources to buy healthy food.
We have a number of different programs within Loaves and Fishes here. The main one though is centered kind of around Friendship Park, where people will come to us when we open up each morning at 7 a.m. And a lot of times the first thing that people will do is they'll come in and they'll get a lunch ticket, and then they'll wait for their number to be called at lunchtime, and then once their number is called, then they go in and they get in line and they go through the food line, kind of like you would at your school cafeteria.
We also offer something called Produce for All. We have a retrofitted beverage truck that pulls up to 15 different locations in Sacramento. We roll up our doors and we actually can distribute fresh produce. Several hundred families can receive food in just under an hour, and we're on our way. We also have health and nutrition nutrition. That's where we teach health nutrition classes as well as classes in our demonstration garden, so people know how to eat healthy, prepare the food that they're receiving, pay attention when they're reading labels in the grocery store, etc.
So anyone who needs food would come to our place here from 11:30 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. And we go through a very short interview process where we can help them with other resources. And then they take their bags and go through the place where our groceries are, and they get to pick and choose the foods that they want to take home and prepare. And then they choose those foods and they're on their way.
These organizations have a tremendous effect on people's life, but we as individuals can also make a difference.
There's so many ways that people can get involved. One easy way is to make a gift. Think about a financial way that you can give to make a difference in our community. Currently, $12 will buy a family of food, enough food for 3 meals for 3 days. So it's a great impact that somebody can make. They can give a financial gift. Another thing they can do is host a donation drive. Canned food, clothing, backpacks, you name it. We can drop off a barrel and a school or a group can collect and we'll pick it up and give it to families in need. Another way that you can get involved is volunteering. The minimum age is 10, so there's a lot of 10-year-olds and up that can get out in there and become volunteers. We offer volunteer orientation once a week at either one of our locations. You can come down and get involved and also participate in events. That's a great way for people to become involved. Come out at Run to Feed the Hungry, or in November drop off a turkey during our annual turkey drive, or coming up in May there's a really great thing called Stamp Out Hunger. The United States Postal Service, the National Association of Letter Carriers will deliver bags to your home. Put some canned food in that and leave it by your mailbox, and that will all come to Sacramento Food Bank and Family Services, and we'll make sure that it's all throughout Sacramento County.
There was one time where someone went and purchased a ton of food from Chipotle. So all the stuff that people need to make a burrito, it came in big like vats, and so we had all this food, and it was just all set out so that we could kind of prepare the burritos ourselves and make the food right on the spot. So it was pretty neat when we had that.
We all need to be aware of the food insecurity crisis for our most vulnerable population, the children of Sacramento. What can we do? Sacramento is so fortunate to have organizations like the Sacramento Food Bank and Family Services, Loaves and Fishes, and the River City Food Bank. Let's volunteer, raise funds, help provide resources for our community. Let's be the change.
Maren Conrad started out painting in a studio. Her first outdoor mural has become widely known throughout the city. And though on the outside you see 3 giant detailed koi fish with a vibrant blue background, this mural means so much more than just the image it portrays.
The first mural I ever painted was when I was, I believe, in 6th or 7th grade. I asked my mom for permission to paint my closet doors in my bedroom. My mom is an extremely tidy, uptight lady, and so it was a big ask, but she not only said yes, but she went to the art supply store and bought acrylic paints, and I painted a giant garden on my closet doors. This mural represents, to me, you can do much bigger things than you ever thought you were capable of. I would say 5 years ago, if somebody said, you have 10 days to paint a football field, can you do it? I would have thought probably not. And I think that's why the imagery of the koi fish is really speaks to me in this mural. It's because if you ask that koi fish if it can swim up that waterfall, it probably would have told you no. And then you just find yourself in this process where if you keep trying, you don't give up, you can do something pretty awesome. And I feel like it wasn't just me, it was actually with the help of the other artists too, we were able to do something pretty awesome. Anybody traveling in the first 2 days through this area saw a giant turquoise wall that ended up being a dark blue wall because it was painted with $30,000 worth of blue metallic paint that was contributed by 2 private donors from the city of Sacramento. Then I had a team of 8 artists attack this wall simultaneously. We were working on it 20 hours a day with 4-hour sleep breaks. And something that's interesting about this mural versus other murals is there is no spray paint on this mural. It's all hand brushed. So I was quickly going in and blocking in the lines. Artists were coming behind me, cleaning up the lines to create the entire mural. This is a huge homage to the Chinese immigrants that built this railroad that's right across from us and the hard work of people who have flooded into this country for the chance of something better.
Jeff Muser painted his first mural to show that gentrification exists, and the powerful message behind it is represented perfectly by his mural. He represents all artists and saying that supporting the arts and contributing is important for not only every artist, but our city as a whole.
I was probably around your age when I realized that art was this is my thing. I had other interests. I played baseball and I had video games and normal kid stuff, but it was around 12 or 13 that I sort of knew this was what I was supposed to do. The arts are being used to raise the city's profile and make it vibrant and exciting, benefiting from that. This woman is Minerva, who is the Roman goddess of knowledge, art, and protection. She's the woman that's on the California state seal. And you can tell that she's a goddess by the Greek wreath crown she has on her head. And she's protecting her heart from the forces of corporate art and gentrification, which are all these things that are growing up from the ground and breaking through her arms. And they're slowly transforming themselves and becoming her and becoming part of her hand. While she's protecting her heart, they're also reaching for it. Go look up those artists from here that have participated in this. Go look them up. Go to their studios, go to their websites, and above all, purchase work from them. Because artists can't live on accolades and praise.
Plan, shoot, edit, and deliver video in 6 hours or less. This is what students participating in Center High School's 5th annual 6-Hour Film Festival did earlier this year.
We have 6 hours of time to be able to shoot, film, edit, tweak things, and prepare for STN. I think that was the best thing.
Celebrating the first time that Andy Warhol.
It's just really fun. Like, we're all anticipating, like when you first get here, you're anticipating like, oh, what's the prompt we're gonna get? Like, it's just because you just go in fully blind. You don't know what you're gonna be doing, but you know that it's gonna be fun.
The 6 hours, it feels like that would be like a long time, but it really felt like you need a lot more time than 6 hours to do everything. Like, I thought I would be done a lot earlier than this.
So every single thing you do, you have to have a certain time limit on it, and you have to stick to that, otherwise you're going to be behind.
I'm a little bit surprised that we stayed on schedule the whole time, honestly, but yeah, it's surprising that we stayed on schedule.
The time going by really fast was surprising because 6 hours seems like a long time. I mean, driving down to Southern California is 6 hours, and it feels like it's a really long time, but when you're busy doing stuff, it goes really fast.
Basically the whole day it's just, you know, trying to meet deadlines and making sure that we get the right shots when we need to.
Those, and then we'll get Carson's over the phone, just black screen.
One thing that really did surprise me was the performance of everybody who didn't have experience doing this.
Well, it's just been fun. I mean, it's my first time doing this.
I've never seen anything like this before. I just came to be like an actor, and I didn't know all like the process that you have to go through to just make a short little 5-minute video and how hard it is.
Filmmaking is intense and exciting, and there is little time to waste. That's why lunch was provided while the filmmakers ate on the job.
Well, the participants in the film festival have been working pretty hard, so we provide a sandwich, some chips, and some water for them to make it through the second half. We've got 3 hours to go. It's going by really quickly.
This year, the theme was called Deadline Dilemma. The required phrase was, "I thought we were talking."
Hey man, I thought we were talking.
And finally, they were required to use a prop that was provided, but not for the original purpose.
The prompt was really broad, so there's a lot of things that we can shoot and come up with the subject that we were given.
Our story is about some disrespectful students who made me, the teacher, real angry. So, you know, the teacher has to get his revenge.
Hello, class. Sorry, I'm late.
So there's a countdown on a bomb, and he has to choose a wire. So it's a simple one, but it works well.
She has to like go to prom with someone, but there's only 2 guys left to ask, and like both of them suck. So she's just like, one of them was like, "Oh, I thought we were talking," and she's like, "Oh, actually, I've never talked to you ever," and it's just it's just dumb. Yeah, it's goofy. Well, those are the only 2 guys left now.
We use a plunger as reviving somebody through CPR.
Having to use the plungers, it's just a really random prop, I guess. Didn't expect something like that.
Once we realized that the plunger stuck to his head, we kind of just went with that.
I actually didn't really think that the teachers would be all that willing to be in the videos, but they seemed pretty okay to be in it. We actually had one of the teachers featured in our video, and she acted pretty good, and she did everything we needed her to.
It's an amazing local competition. Like, we get in here, you know, I didn't have a mouse for my laptop. I went over to talk to Del Oro, and they just gave me an extra mouse that they had. It's such a it's such a tight field because everybody here wants to win, but we all, like, we want to support each other. Like, we're all here to do one thing, and that's to make a video.
If you're looking to have this type of thing in your future, making videos or being in videos or just editing them, then this is definitely something you want to try because it lets you compare yourself to other schools and how other people do. And beyond that, it's just a really fun experience to be able to do.
The student movie makers enjoyed the experience and are looking forward to another chance at the 6th Annual Center High School 6-Hour Film Festival.
This year, we had nearly 500 videos submitted, so you know these videos are truly the best of the best. Entries are viewed by a panel of judges and given points for things like shot quality, edit mechanics, and educational content. Judges are given strict instructions to only award a SEVA to the absolute best videos. Speaking of instructions, it's time to move on to the instructional category. Videos in this category provide how-to advice or teach a subject or skill. Let's watch.
How to survive an earthquake at school. Do you know what to do during an earthquake? An earthquake can strike anytime and in any place. When you feel the ground start to shake, drop, cover, and hold on immediately. Cover your head and neck with one arm and one hand and crawl underneath a nearby table or desk. Stay on your knees and bend over to protect vital organs. Hold on to the shelter with one hand until the shaking stops. Be ready to move with your shelter if it shifts. Stay away from windows. Do not stand any doorway. It is not the strongest part of a building and it will not protect you from falling objects.
Clear.
safe to leave, move away from the building and walk to a safe location. If there is no shelter, hold on to your head and neck with both arms and hands. If you are outdoors, move to a clear area if you can safely do so. Drop where you are onto your hands and knees. Drop, cover, and hold on. Be sure to cover your head and neck with your hands and arms. Avoid power lines, trees, and other hazards. Then drop, cover, and hold on. This protects you from any objects that may be thrown from the side, even if nothing is directly above you.
We are going to be showing you how to power hit a softball. Step 1. Step into the batter's box with toes toward home plate. Step 2. Have your right hand above your left while holding the bat. Opposite if you're left-handed. Step 3. Lift your back elbow up but not too high. Step 4. Have your front foot face outward slightly. This helps you when turning and with power. Step 5. Have your legs shoulder width apart and knees bent. Step 6. Make sure to keep your eyes on the ball the whole time. Step 7. As the ball approaches the plate, you want to lift your front foot slightly. Step 8. As your foot goes down, you should start to swing the bat. Step 9. As you are swinging and lowering your foot, you should be twisting your hips. This is where the power comes from. Your back foot squished that bug. Altogether, it should look like this. Now you can power hit like a pro.
How to be a good student. Follow these steps and you too can be a good student. Step 1. Arrive on time to school. If you want to be a good student, the key is to have perfect attendance every day. Without attendance, it's pretty much impossible to be a good student. Step 2. Get yourself a pencil or a pen. Remember, the more colorful pens you have, the smarter you look. And don't even think about forgetting your pencil unless you want to look like an irresponsible human being. Step 3. Bring some binder paper. Even if you think you don't need it, get at least one set of binder paper. Not only will it come in handy when you're taking notes, but it will make you look like you're ready for anything that life is going to throw at you. Step 4. Bring all your textbooks. And don't worry about the back pain. It's temporary. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Step 5. Learn how to write. If you don't know how to write, you can't take notes, and if you can't take notes, you can't refer back to anything when you're pulling that all-nighter before the test. Don't worry about the hand cramps you'll get after taking 5-hour lecture notes. You'll get used to it. Step 6. Now learn how to study. Once you acquired the skill of writing, you can move on to studying. If you don't know how to study, try your best. Some tips for studying is highlighting everything that's important and talking to the text, which is basically summarizing paragraph by paragraph to understand what you read. Step 7. Learn how to get good grades. Once you've acquired the studying technique, it is time to start getting good grades. It's the greatest feeling that you have, so treasure it while it lasts. Step 8. Learn how to ask questions. If you don't understand something, there's probably 5 more other people that are probably having the same exact question. Step 9. Now get to know the different types of students at the campus. You have the troublemaker, the one who gets suspended every other week, the eater, the one who is always eating no matter what, the cool kid, the one who can do anything they want and get away with it, the sick kid, the one who is always sick but somehow ends up in school, the confused kid, the one who is always confused because they never listened in the first place, the overly prepared kid, the one who is always ready for anything, whether it's any type of color pen you want or an interview, the nerd, the one who knows everything and anything, and the foreign exchange student, the one who is just starting to learn the language and the American culture. Step 10. Brag about how much sleep you got. Just remember, the less sleep you get, the cooler you are. Yeah, dude, I stayed up for 25 hours. Step 11. Learn how to pronounce studying without thinking that the word dying is in the word. Studying, 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 studying. No matter how much you try, you will always think about the word dying. Step 12. Now figure out what kind of test taker you are. The one who decides not to take the test, the one who is still eating and will never have time to finish the test, the one who guesses on all the problems, the one who finishes the test the second they get it, the cheater who manages to copy without the teacher even seeing it, and the one who sleeps through the whole test. Learn the following slang: study hard, fun, school, student, study, math, science, English, history, lunch, teacher, assignments, study, analysis, exams, tests, failing, succeeding, study, due dates, highlighters, pens, pencils, and binders. Step 13. And don't forget to stay focused on your own success. You have all the materials you need in order to be the best student you can be. So go out there and be a good student, and just remember to have fun while you're at it.
Did you know that you can watch student newscasts from schools across Sacramento County twice a day on educational cable? SECC airs student-produced school newscasts every weekday at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Tune into our channels to check them out. And stay tuned right now for SEVA winners in the school news category, where students tell you what's happening in their schools.
CCAA News. I'm your anchorman, Hayden Williams-Moran. This year we saw the passage of a new fixture here at CCAA. The old orange and white play structure was taken to recycling, hopefully. And we welcomed the coming of our new state-of-the-art purple play structure.
Hi, I'm your reporter Hayden, and I'm here with Hannah Ward. Hannah, how do you like the new playground?
I think it's bigger, it could fit more kids, and it's taller, and the slides are better.
Hi, Dylan. How do you like about the new playground?
I like it. It's really fun.
No! As you can see, this playground is a winner.
The art came to school this week, allowing every class to experience a visit to the museum without leaving the campus, and sparing out overworked teachers yet another field trip. Here's Hayden Williams-Moran with an in-depth report.
Hi, I'm Hayden Williams-Moran, and I'm reporting for CCAA News. And the art came to school this week. And the art is like a museum with all these bugs and games, not video games. And there's you can build stuff, you can look at stuff, and there's lots of stuff that you can explore.
Every year year, Miss Emerson's class does a fundraiser for the Fields Haven Feline Center in Lincoln. Now on site at the Cat Spade event, our reporter Hayden covers an event.
We're here at Kate Spade. They're doing a fundraiser for cat adoption.
You can pet the little ones too. You know what it is?
Jill likes so many jackets on today.
Sure, absolutely. Oh my gosh, we were gonna go grab a bite to eat, but you're welcome to
pet them.
Hold them and pet them.
Yeah.
Just not a dog.
Not a dog.
Now to Hayden for the weather report.
I just heard that it's a rainy day. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
I love rainy days. They shouldn't make us go in whenever it's raining outside. We're not gonna melt. Recess! No indoor 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 recess! At CCAA, indoor recess is not love. No indoor recess! No indoor recess! No indoor recess!
This year's winter production is Aladdin, directed by Mrs. Henkin. The cast has been working hard on singing, dancing, and acting, so please come out to see it at either a morning or evening show, February 21st and 22nd. For my closing point, CCAA just finished their second field study day. To those who are new to CCAA, field study days are not days to study grass and bugs. Instead, CCAA students make their own field trip and write a report about it. On this last field study day, my co-worker Lucy and I went to prison for a tour for Alcatraz. In this reporter's opinion, field study days would be better off spent studying fields. Thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Williams, and I'm out of here.
Ran.
Good morning, First Mark from Mustangs. This is your president, Jocelyn Yang,
and your vice president, Maddie Marino.
We just want to say congratulations to Jessica Snodgrass on winning the No Excuses Go to School poster.
Here's a quick interview of Jessica, Sadia, and Colleen talking about the contest.
Hi, I'm Sadia. And I'm Colleen. And today we're here with Jessica, who just won the poster contest with Elk Grove Unified School District. Tell us about your poster.
My poster was used for the No Excuses Go to School campaign, where the district is trying to ensure that kids do their best to go to school.
How did you get your idea?
I got my idea by looking at the old winners' posters and seeing what they didn't do that I could do, that I thought that people, when they looked at my art, would like it.
How does it feel to win?
It feels very exciting.
What did they do with your artwork that you made?
They are going to go ahead and put it on the district website, and they're also going to put it on posters all over the district where everyone can see my artwork.
Thanks for letting us interview you.
Thank you for interviewing
me. Thank you, Jessica, Sadia, and Colleen, for that amazing interview.
We can't wait to see your artwork all over Elk Grove.
Speaking of Elk Grove, Fog Willow is a popular place to visit.
Our kindergartners got to visit it on October 31st.
Let's take a look.
We heard that the kindergartners went to Fog Willow this week.
What was your favorite part?
I liked riding on the
tractor. I like to play on I like to go on the tractor, the hayride, and the playground.
My favorite part of the pumpkin patch was petting the animals and picking out my pumpkin.
I like seeing the pumpkins.
My favorite is pumpkin patch, see pigs.
I like petting the goats.
I like going on the hayride. I like riding the tractor.
I like going on the hayride. My favorite part of the pumpkin patch was petting the sheep.
My favorite part of the pumpkin patch was on the tractor.
I like the hayride.
I like the goats. Today my favorite part was going to the pumpkin patch and spending time with Money.
Wow, that looked like a lot of fun. Thank you, Alyssa and Miles, for that amazing recap of our kindergarten field trip. Speaking of trips, Elk Grove's Vice Mayor took a trip to our school. Let's check it out.
Good morning. We're here with Vice Mayor, Mr. Ditcher.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
Thank you so much for being here with us today on MMNews.
Well, it's my pleasure. Look forward to hearing all the questions, and hopefully I can have some answers for you.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself for our viewers?
Sure. I moved to Elk Grove in 1990. I was born and raised in San Francisco area, and came here because we competitively water ski. I've been with PG&E for 43 years. I'm the electric construction and estimating supervisor for Northern California, and I'm currently the vice mayor of Elk Grove.
Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, it is. The most needed items to donate to our Elk Grove Food Bank.
Well, the easiest thing to probably give them is non-perishable items. So canned goods are wonderful. Because if you get something and by the time you buy it and deliver it, it gets stored and then given to the folks that are in need, sometimes the expiration's already passed on, especially with fresh fruits and vegetables. So those kind of items they normally buy for the immediate need that they're able to give. So there's a combination of being able to give cash donations that some people that don't have time to go out and shopping, or collecting anything you can relative to the food bank. Also, they have overlap with their clothes closet, so especially this time of year, they're in really need of jackets. So nice, if somebody has a previously used jacket that is still in good condition, those are always a great item to donate as well.
Yeah. We know the holidays are difficult, but are there any other times that you notice a greater need for help?
Well, obviously the winter months are hard on people that are homeless, so they can, need shelter.
Mm-hmm.
And then food, obviously, for those that are homeless, always looking for a warm meal.
Mm-hmm.
And if nothing else, just a kind friendship. Because being humanistic to people is sometimes just giving them a hand up or a smile is something to break through to make their day and hopefully get them back on a path to be able to get out of the situation they're in.
What are some other ways students can help?
There's many things in Elk Grove to get involved in. One, I'm sure a lot of you guys are involved with sports. You can give back by helping younger siblings on their teams. You can help here at school with all the different events that teachers have that they need help with, and mentoring other students. If you're an expert in math and there's somebody struggling in your class, you can help them in math. We're currently doing a food drive for the Elk Grove Food Bank. We're trying to get turkeys and all the fixings to give turkey dinners for folks that are less fortunate than a lot of us. That way they have at least a nice warm meal for the holidays. We have an Elk Grove Youth Commission. That's something that you should all aspire to, because it'll give you the opportunity to build your resumes towards going to college. And you can be a voice of the students here in the community. So those are just a few of the items. It's countless.
Yeah.
So if you have a passion, find that passion, and then you can get behind it, because then it comes from your heart.
Do you have anything else that our viewers would like to know?
Well, you know, one of the things that we talked about to bring me here was the Elk Grove Food Bank. So I think anytime you have somebody that's less fortunate than you are, the opportunity to give is, in my opinion, is a greater feeling that it gives you than receiving. So to be able to go out and maybe sacrifice something even at your age, you know, rather than going out and get a box of candy or a toy for yourself, maybe you get a little something that you can donate to the food bank and help somebody who doesn't have anything at all. And it's not just adults. There's a lot of kids that are from a homeless environment that need, you know, they may need a toy as well.
Thank you again for your time.
Oh, my pleasure.
Back to you at the studio, Jasmine and Maddie.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Detrick, for taking the time to come to our school. I learned a lot about how we as students can help better our community. I'm so glad to be an Elk Grove citizen. You know what else makes me proud? Our Elk Grove Thundering Junior Herd. That's right, the new Division I champs came to our studio. Let's go to Colleen and Alyssa to get the scoop.
Hi, I'm Colleen.
And I'm Melissa.
We're here with the junior herd football players.
So, how did you feel when you guys won?
It felt amazing. I felt excited.
Oh, pretty good. What position do you play?
I play left guard. I play fullback.
I play weak side corner.
So, guys, who did you play against?
Burbank Junior Titans.
What was the score?
22-0.
Wow, that is a lot.
That's amazing. What do you think made your team successful?
Our running back. I think it was teamwork. I think it was really hard work and blocking.
Thank you guys for your time. Back to you at the studio.
Great job, Thundering Herd.
Have you heard about our Spirit Day?
I can't wait for PJ Day.
I can't wait for cookies with Santa.
You know, Book Fair is also starting, and they're doing a coin drive.
Wow, looks like it's going to be a fun week.
Looks like we're all out of time.
Remember, if you have any interesting stories, activities in your class, or something special going on that you want to share on MMNews, send them to Miss Noel.
That's all for this week. See you next time.
Today on TJTV, Elk Grove Unified School District lockdown protocols. Business is booming in Elk Grove and a school that specializes in one subject, rock and roll. TJTV starts right now. With the number of school shootings happening in our country, we thought it'd be a good idea to take a look at the lockdown procedures in our district. Let's go to Layla Ali for the story.
With the increase in school shootings happening in our country, we thought we should take a look at the lockdown protocols and safety measures in Elk Grove Unified School District. Our school has a clear lockdown protocol that are designed to keep our students and staff safe.
So all of the Elk Grove Unified School District staff prepare for any kind of on-campus threat with at least 3 types of training. We have lockdown training drills, we have evacuation training drills, and we also have relocation types of training drills. All 3 of those types of drills are meant to be able to prepare staff to keep students safe.
We hope we never need all of the safety protocols our district has in place to protect us. Reporting for TJTV, I'm Layla Ali.
Businesses are coming in huge numbers to Elk Grove, and with them, many new jobs, some traffic concerns, and tax revenues. Let's go to Nick Kramer to find out more.
Elk Grove has seen a huge increase in the number of businesses coming to our city, like Costco, Taco Bell, another gas station, and an aquatic center. While some are worried about the increase in traffic in our area, most people realize that businesses can be good for our city.
You can go to Costco and purchase that. But more importantly, what it does for the city as a whole is it increases traffic. And as a result of bringing folks in, and there may be folks that are on the outskirts of the city that will come in and contribute to the city by paying for things, by buying things. And maybe right after Costco they decide, hey, I want to go out and have dinner at the Brick House. These are things that will make the city of Elk Grove a magnet for other individuals who don't necessarily live in the city of Elk Grove. But certainly for residents in Elk Grove, it's going to be a blessing because it's going to be convenient.
The quality of life is improved for our citizens by the creation of more jobs and the generation of sales tax dollars.
All of these infrastructure projects are to improve the quality of life for citizens in the city of Elk Grove.
While some in our area are worried about increased traffic, the City of Elk Grove Assistance of Development Services Director Shane Diller said that the roads in Elk Grove are designed to handle much more traffic than they currently have. And those cars bring shoppers who will help generate sales tax revenue for Elk Grove.
Those sales tax dollars go back to helping the residents in terms of providing vital services and even events that we could help sponsor.
With all these new businesses, Elk Grove is a magnet for people who want to come and live here. However, new home building can't keep up, and there's a housing shortage.
Yeah, I think that the residential property values will continue to rise, and that's due to new development that is coming. So like the Costco that's coming, that's going to be planned for this year, and also the casino that has been approved by the city of Elk Grove.
Costco and the other businesses bring more to Elk Grove than just tax revenue.
Elk Grove, I think is going to change in the next few years, the next 3 to 5 years. I think people are going to almost not recognize it in the sense that there's going to be a lot of fun things for people to do. So there's going to be a lot of great things happening here in the city of Elk Grove.
Elk Grove is growing, and although we may still feel like we're a small town, it looks like we're growing into a big city that has more jobs, more tax revenue, and more fun things to do. Reporting for TJTV, I'm Nick Kramer.
When it comes to extracurricular activities, there's music lessons, and then there's the School of Rock. Elk Grove now has this specialized music school, and Mia Porto had the opportunity to check it out.
Located on the corner of First Avenue and Elk Grove Boulevard is the School of Rock.
My name is Jason Klein, and I'm the owner of School of Rock Elk Grove. And we want our kids, if they can come in with little to no experience at all, but ultimately, we have a saying around School of Rock, we teach kids to rock on stage and in life.
The School of Rock offers guitar, drums, bass, piano, and vocals to over 140 students each week.
We just had a concert at Harlow's, and it was a sold-out venue, and the kids really, really did well.
I just like how it feels to have your own band.
The most rewarding thing is that you get to go to a concert at the end, get to perform for everybody. At first I was nervous, but then I kind of got into the riff of it and got excited.
The School of Rock teaches students ages 4 to 18 how to rock and roll. For more information, go to www.schoolofrock.com. Reporting for TJTV, I'm Mia Porto.
Thanks, Mia. Another extracurricular activity students love is sports. So let's go to Lucas and Navi for a little talk. Sports talk.
What's up, Jags? I'm Navi. And I'm Lucas, and it's time to talk sports talk. Today we are going to take a look at the stunning games played by our 7th grade basketball teams against Edward Harris on Tuesday.
Stunning is right, Navi. Both teams won their games decisively and gave the crowd their money's worth.
Let's start by taking a look at an awesome play by the boys team in which Richard Crawford drives up the court and brings it home with an acrobatic layup.
This has been a great season for the point guard. Crawford has consistently added 6 points on average and had 2 assists in yesterday's game.
These guys give it their all on the court, and sometimes giving it your all can end up in an injury.
A good example happened during the first half when Keyshawn Goodwin took a hard fall when he was running up the court and was pushed.
Goodwin had 4 points in the game when the fall happened. We asked him about it after the game.
We saw you take that hard fall. How did it happen?
As I was running down the court, I got pushed, but luckily I'm fine.
Although he was out for the rest of the game, he'll be back for the playoffs.
Good thing, because Goodwin has been a really strong asset to the team throughout the season.
Let's take a look at another play from the boys' game. In this play, Roman Bakay drives up the court, passes the ball off to Michael Hobson, and he finishes with the and one.
Hobson has been a consistent scorer for the team, averaging 12 points a game, and Bakay contributed 5 assists in the game.
The boys' team destroyed Edward Harris by 19 points with a final score of 40-21, a decisive victory for the undefeated 7th grade boys' team.
Now let's talk about the nail-biting girls' game.
The 7th grade girls' game was more of a battle than a game.
You got that right, Lucas. And the girls' finish had me in awe.
The girls had a slow start in the first half, leaving them with a deficit of 11, and at the end of the first half with the score of 25-14.
The girls returned to the court with a burning desire to stay in it and came on with a multiple of 3-pointers.
Take a look at Malia Egan as she passes the ball off to Bella Whitehead, and she lands the 3 to start off the second half.
Bella has been a scoring machine for the girls' team, averaging 13 points a game.
In this play, Whitehead immediately works the ball up the court and passes to Maddie Lee, who she hits the 3 to continue the streak in the second half.
Lee has been a consistent player for the team, scoring an average of 6 points a game.
The bench got really pumped up during the second half, bringing the energy to the team.
And the defense answered the cry, only allowing 10 points in the second half.
Add to that numerous steals that kept the ball in Jaguar hands. In this breakaway, Egan steals the ball and goes up for the layup. She misses, but Zoe Fadrigan gets the rebound and finishes with the jumper. Fadrigan is known on the team for her rebounds.
In this play, Egan grabs the rebound and goes coast to coast and finishes the layup.
The girls came back hard, made shots, and ended up winning their game 38-35 in a nail-biting battle.
We talked to Isabella Whitehead after the game about their incredible turnaround. Let's take a look.
How did it feel after losing at half?
Well, losing the first half, it was my determination to win or get ahead in the second half and win this game.
Congratulations to both teams who are moving on to the district playoffs.
The girls are coming in seeded 4th, and the undefeated boys team is in 1st place.
Good luck to both teams in tomorrow's playoff games.
That wraps it up today.
I'm Lucas.
And I'm Navi. We'll see you next time
when it's time to talk
Sports Talk.
Thanks, guys, and good luck to our 7th grade basketball teams in the playoffs. That wraps up today's show. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of First Things First on TJTV. I'm Abigail O'Neill. Make it a great day.
I think a lot of more girls should pursue construction as a career. I think because it's viewed as a man's job, it's heavy labor and hard work or whatever, but in reality it's really not. There's a lot of problem solving skills that go on in there.
Most people think that jobs such as construction are considered a man's job, but here at CHS, things are a little different.
Yeah, there definitely is a difference in teaching boys and girls. I think especially guys have a tendency to do things fast and wrong. And then girls usually like to double check and triple check and kind of make sure that everything is correct.
It appears that students in the construction class seem to have different opinions about how teaching girls and boys differs.
Oh yeah. I think girls pay more attention to the thing, although we made our mistakes too. I think we pay more attention to little details where guys are like, oh, it's fine. We just bang it in later and just brute force the wood into the nail. Like, we're more. I think we pay more attention to detail.
I'd say it's the same teaching both boys and girls. They both learn the same. They both have the same abilities. Everybody has the same capacity to learn.
I mean, they can do anything the guys can do. It's really no difference.
Even so, there are different opinions. They are able to work together.
With geometry and construction, there's a special importance in teamwork, so it's not really individual. You're helping everyone. I think everyone has to help everyone in order to get the job done.
You should sign up for it. It's pretty fun. You swing hammers and stuff.
I am Mariana Prokopchuk, reporting for CHS.
The SEVAs have been around for nearly 30 years. What started as a small recognition ceremony has evolved into the educational video awards contest for youth in the Sacramento area. Students love the SEVAs, and they must especially love the public service announcement category, because this year we had a whopping 130 PSAs submitted. A PSA is a 30-second promotional piece about an educational topic or community concern with a clear call to action. Let's check them out.
Do you know what state we live in?
Yeah, California.
And does it rain a lot here?
No.
So even when we're not in a drought, still isn't smart to waste water now, is it?
What should I do?
You should really think about how you're using your water. Most importantly, you need to make sure that you turn off your water that you aren't using.
Okay, I'll go do that right now.
Wait, come back. Don't you want your boat?
Quit touching your face! Here's what I mean. Look at this kid. He's resting on his fist. Those germs are way too close to his face. Now let's look at what he did earlier today. On the way back to class, he brushed the locks with his hand, collecting others' germs. Do you know what's on those locks? Number 306, Sally rode the bus holding onto the handrails. Who else has touched those handrails earlier? Number 307, Jimmy picked his nose. Number 308, Luke threw up on his hands. And number 309, Jeremy picked gum off his shoe. You don't know who's touched what you've touched. Stay healthy. Keep germs away from your eyes, mouth, and nose.
Summer is a great time to walk your dog, but the pavement can be too hot to walk on. To be sure your dog's feet are safe, place your hand on the sidewalk for 10 seconds. If it's too hot for you, it's too hot for your dog. If you decide to leave your dog in the backyard, remember to give them plenty of water and make sure they have access to shaded areas. Apply sunscreen to dogs with thin coats to prevent burning. Dogs with thick coats should never be shaved. If your dog needs a trim, consult your vet. If you aren't sure, brushing your dog is a safer alternative. Learn more at animalcare.saccounty.net.
SEVA producers are so creative, we had to make a category where they could truly shine. Thus, the Creative Expression category was born. This category may contain fictional content, humor, animation, book trailers, music videos, or any program that has an educational message and does not fit in the other 4 categories.
Trees also make oxygen. If you waste paper, you waste trees. And if you waste trees, you waste oxygen for everybody. Wasting paper means no more paper for other things. Wasting paper means no more paper for books. Wasting paper means there's no more paper for anyone else to use. Where's all the paper? What happened? You can save paper by cutting pieces in half so you have twice as much paper to use. You can save paper by using the full sheet front and back. You can save paper by using scrap paper instead of full sheet. You can help save paper by planting more trees. Miss Nathan class says, don't waste paper!
Dance. It's my life. It gives me a reason to chase my dreams. It's my passion. It's what makes me, me. Dance. I love the way each person can, well, be their self.
Dancing is one of the arts you can express your feelings through with movement, like ballet. Ballet brings an emotional feeling that many arts do not. Jazz gives the audience a memorable experience and something to smile about. And all it takes is a 5, 6, 7, 8.
At the end of the day, dance keeps me alive. Dance is my life. Other kids run home to watch TV, I run to dance. I turn, I twist, I rise, I fall, and leap and run, and I'll never stop. It's my passion. People accepting you for who you are and nothing otherwise. Whether it's jazz, tap, modern, hip-hop, you name it. So who cares if everyone's staring at you? When I dance, I feel like I'm soaring. I hear the music playing on the loudspeakers. I feel the polished wooden floor brush up against my toe. I see the determination each dancer has on their face. I feel determined. I feel accomplished. I am a dancer. My dream. My passion.
My life.
Dance. It keeps us alive.
Huh? What was that? Whatever.
I think you're forgetting something.
Huh? What the?
What do you think you're doing?
Whoa, what was that? Okay, it's only a dream. It's only a dream. Don't worry, it's only a dream.
What the heck are you doing?
What? Are you talking?
Look, that doesn't matter. What does matter is the fact that you're not recycling.
What do you mean?
Do you see that other bin?
Yeah, so?
That's where it should be, not with all this junk.
But why does it matter? Does it really matter that much?
Of course it matters that much. Why do you think they made recycling bins? Do you know what happens to a plastic bottle that's thrown away?
What happens?
Dude, it takes years, and I mean hundreds of years for plastic to degrade in a landfill.
Really?
Really. In fact, in only 1 year alone, enough plastic is thrown away to circle our very own planet Earth 4 times.
What?
People just don't realize how much damage can be done when they don't recycle.
Wow, I never knew. I never really thought throwing recyclable would make such a big difference toward the world.
So, what are you waiting for?
Oh, right. Only you can decide whether to recycle or not. Let's make that choice the right one. Always recycle. Ouch. Shouldn't have done that. Ouch.
Hi, honey. How's your day?
Good.
So what'd you do today?
Nothing much.
That does it for the Student Educational Video Awards 2018 Winners Reel. Don't go too far. We'll be featuring the many other excellent videos entered to this year's SEVA contest, as well as interviews with student producers all year long. For more on the Sacramento Educational Cable Consortium or the Student Educational Video Awards, head to secctv.org. I'm Kelly, signing off.